Hey, whoever tuned in. Life is good too. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about contracting coronavirus and tell you my story and my journey so far. But while I do that, I'm going to cook up some Italian pasta. Now, hold on. Okay, I'm going to start with this Garden Delight veggies. The pastas are made out of enriched carrots, tomatoes, and spinach pasta. We got cherry tomatoes, Italian dressing, Annie, Mrs. Dash, garlic, oregano, leaves. And I love this table blend, it's good. Some sugar, some sweet peppers, I love those better. And some Parmesan cheese, carrots, red onion, celery, pepper. This is a Serano pepper. I don't put a lot, and that's optional. Okay, I'm back. My daughter called and I almost started cutting up all the ingredients. But I just wanted to share with everybody, like, when I contracted coronavirus, I went to 2 bars that night. And it was after hour bars. So I went to one, had a beer. My daughter and I, my 30-year-old daughter, we both, sit at the table. I killed a beer. Then we went over to another Oklahoma City nightclub, which we don't after hour spot. And we were in there. And after we left that, we was in there for a little bit, went to the bar, seen what drinks. They didn't have no drinks like talking about. And so we left out and we walked around the parking lot because there was a lot of people that was outside. So we, we got in a car and we left. We was probably there for about 45 minutes maybe. And so we got home, everything's cool. That was May 23rd. So that was a Sunday, 2021, if y'all want to know the year, in case this actually lasts. But yeah, so after that, we, so Monday, the kids went in school, so Monday, I felt okay. Tuesday, I started kind of feeling kind of tired. I was like, why am I so tired? So I get off work, I go home, go to sleep. And then right after that, the 25th, I think it was the 25th. Yeah, so the 25th, I was like tired, like real sleepy, and I did not know why. And it was like I started getting a little weak. Well, the 26th was our last day at school. So, I had to move a whole bunch of stuff out. So I got all the stuff moved out, and I was like, I gotta go home, I gotta go to sleep. So I went home, I went to sleep, and I slept until the next day. Then I decided to get up and take the kids to Hideaway Pizza. Took them to Hideaway Pizza, and the whole time I'm there, I got but it wasn't like a, constant just cough. And the honest to God truth, I never coughed. Hold on real quick. Okay, so I'm back. So now it's just like, I stuck it out 3 days. I'm like, this is like the flu. So I'm making ginger tea. I'm drinking Theraflus, and I'm just like, man. So here I waited until like May 30th. That was a Sunday. And I was like, because I had some leftover antibiotics, but I was like, let me go to the hospital. Let me go to the urgent care. And if I need some, and I might need a full course antibiotic is how I was feeling. So when I get there, she asked me, she said, you want me to test you for corona? I was like, yeah, go ahead, test me for corona. So she tested me for corona, she tested me for the flu. She was like, most definitely I'm giving you an antibiotic for this throat, because she said your throat is horribly red. And it was real red, and it was not that sore though, but it was real red. And so after that, she come back in there and she was like, you tested positive. I'm like, I tested positive for what? She was like, you tested positive for corona. And she said, but the thing is it's nothing we can give you. You basically just need a quarantine. You just basically need to just, stay out the way. And so I stay in my bedroom, drinking plenty of fluids. I was just fine. And it got to the point my body started hurting real bad. So that next week, I stayed in my room, drank water, tried to eat. I didn't eat very much. I slept. And the whole time, I didn't cough. I didn't have a runny nose, nothing. And when it got to that Sunday, I was like, I'm going to need to go to the hospital because I was like, I need some fluids. I done got dehydrated. So now that I'm dehydrated, I'm just like, I just need fluids, and I come back home, quarantine, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I get to the ER, and while I'm in the ER, they tell me, oh, we don't have any rooms, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Whatever. I was like, I just need fluids. You can give me fluids in the hallway. I don't care. You feel me? So, he took me to triage. When he took me into triage, that's where he seen that my oxygen level was down to 62. He was like, okay, we're gonna probably have to just get you right on back. He didn't, cause he told me I had a long wait, but he didn't show no emotions. I'm not knowing that this is serious. I didn't know 62, your oxygen level at 62 is like death. So now, I get to the back. As soon as I get to the back, they moving fast. I'm like, dang, let's get an x-ray. Let's do this. And I got to get an IV in you. And I was so dehydrated. Like, I done got a little tan or whatever, whatnot. But I had got so dehydrated. My skin had got real dark. And they said it could have been a process of my body getting ready to shut down. I just made it to the ER right on time. So they ended up admitting me. At that time while I was there and they started giving me fluids, I started having like diarrhea. I'm like, what the heck? And then when I used the bathroom, they gave me a bedside commode. And then when I wiped, I'm like, whoa. I was like, when I pooped and I kept on, and then I didn't start using the bathroom until they gave me 3.5 bags of fluids. After that, when I wiped, it was like blood. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm in menopause. I've been in menopause for 2 years. I ain't had no period, you feel me? That threw me off. Okay, so now I'm like, what? I'm bleeding 2 years later? I'm like, what the heck? But however, they told me that they were gonna have to give me this trial medication, which, hold on, let me get the name for you guys. Wait, well, let me finish telling. So they told me I was gonna have to stay in the hospital for 5 days, and they was gonna administer this medication that was going to, that they had been using for tuberculosis. Let me get the name for y'all guys real quick. Ooh, okay, so, it's Veggie. Beklury. They had to give that to me for 5 days. Now, they told me that I had pneumonia in both lungs. They said if I would have came in a couple of hours, if I would have stayed home a few more hours, I probably would have died. That was like really kind of deep for me. When he told me that, I'm like, whoa. And then you know how you call on God and you pray and you're a God-fearing person. At that moment, I just couldn't even say nothing. Like, I was really stuck. And I was just like, well, I didn't call my family. I didn't tell my kids. I didn't want them to worry. They knew I was already diagnosed with, corona. So they get me upstairs and they get that IV running. Basically, they give you that IV and of that Veggie. And but before they give it to you, they give you a shot of a medication in your stomach to help you not form blood clots. So they give you an injection in your stomach, then they start the IV. That runs out. About 4 hours later, the vein would shut down for some reason. This is a track. Basically, they just went all the way up that same arm. And that was back. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. So anywho, I got admitted into the hospital on June 6th. I was released on June 12th, and I had to come home on oxygen. And like I said, with the coronavirus, I didn't, everybody be trying to talk about folks, oh, he coughed, he got the corona. "You got the corona." I'm like, I didn't even cough. Didn't cough up no phlegm. Didn't cough up nothing. That was the crazy part. And then I had full-blown pneumonia in both lungs. And only if I wouldn't have, I just went for some fluids and shoot, that was the only reason I went. But when I came home, so far, it's like I'm forming bruises on my skin. And my oxygen level, it's the oxygen level. Pause that. What are you listening to? What is that baby sound? Is that Greg's? Don't let me find out that's somebody's phone. I'm gonna take it. Okay, I'm back. The child is still alive. No, but you know I love kids. But however, just thinking back on everything, I got to go to a pulmonary disease doctor because I wanted them to make sure nothing was wrong, because I had a knot that formed here, and I was just like, what is it? And I don't want no blood clots, because I know you can die from blood clots. And I was like, put me on a blood thinner now, since y'all was giving me that blood thinner before the medication, and these medications is trials. So I'm just like, I want to take the precautions. So stay up on and pay attention to your body. That medication that they had me on was actually used, I guess, in the past for tuberculosis. They said it's been working very well with on the coronavirus. And if you get corona, go ahead and go to your local health department or contact your local health department before the doctor's office, because if you do it at the ER, they'll be able to take care of you, because they said if I would have came in right when I was diagnosed, they would have did a blood transfusion. And I'm glad I didn't do that. I didn't want no blood transfusion, but they basically use other people's blood that has the virus in it, clean it up or whatever, and then they inject it into the next person. I didn't have to go through that. I had to go through the IV, the intravenous therapy for the 5 days. Other than that, my oxygen level still, today's date is the 18th. Yeah, I just had a grandbaby on the 15th of July. And I'm still having a little complications with it, but they said it's expected, even, just having pneumonia. It takes a long time to get over it. But my oxygen, I've been trying to go without it. I'll be talking to the doctor tomorrow. They got me right on in. They're going to do a chest x-ray, probably see what the progress of the pneumonia is. And I just, I survived it. But hold on just a second, because I'm cooking. Hold up. Okay, so ending this, almost done, you guys. But however, I add my noodles in a little at a time. Oh, and I forgot, I put a little olive oil, because this is really all vegetables in here. That's what is like, mostly vegetables in your noodles, and I got so it's gonna be really, really good. I think my pasta tastes better than anybody pasta that I actually have tasted. Because I used to always eat it at funerals and stuff, because that's what we do. But what I was gonna let you guys know is that I wasn't gonna get the shot. I wasn't gonna get the corona shot. I was like, no, they need to test that stuff a little longer. I'm not putting nothing in my body that's foreign, and y'all still testing. I don't want to be your test dummy, because people is having all these different problems, and they can't even do a malpractice lawsuit against the, it's free. You didn't pay for it. Your insurance don't pay for it. But however, once I was on that deathbed, I was like, get the shot. Get the shot. I wouldn't even want to chance it. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, my daughter, she also caught it. but she didn't have it nowhere near as bad as I did. And we were in the same place, same time. The one I went to the club with, the 30-year-old. Yeah. So it's truly up to you. And if you don't want to take it, don't take it. And if you, but if y'all have kids and grandkids y'all want to be here for, just go ahead. Go ahead and get it. Break down and do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. You feel me? But hey, y'all subscribe to me or whatever, whatnot. I don't know how they be saying all that stuff. I'm just a old grandma, and I just got so much life experience, and I like sharing a lot of different stuff with people, because I mean, you go through trials and tribulations. So if somebody can listen to you and make better decisions, I mean, that's a seed you planted, and that's what God wants you to do. So with that being said, see you guys later. And I got another one I'm about to do about smoking cigarettes. It's not going to be this long at all. Oh, and look, let me show you the pasta. This is the finished product. This is my Italian pasta. Look at it. You know, the sugar takes the twang out of the Italian dressing. But yeah, you guys, that's what I came up with. Well, we were cooking in my kitchen.